Salutations. It's not quite October without some spooky spiderwebs and a few creepy crawly films that will have you climbing the walls with fright. So get your bug spray, your fly swatter, and step into my parlor as we discuss Arachnophobia, the directorial debut of Frank Marshall. And while the film thrilled and terrified audiences the world over, it didn't scare them away from theaters. Arachnophobia opened number 3 in the box office, just below Ghost and Die Hard 2, on July 18, 1990. Carrying on a tradition that goes back to the 1930s with the classic Universal monster films, in much the same way Boris Karloff's The Mummy was a retelling of the basic plot points of Bela Lugosi's Dracula. Arachnophobia is essentially Jaws with spiders, which makes perfect sense since Spielberg's blockbuster, as well as Alfred Hitchcock's 1963 film The Birds, served as the main source of inspiration for director Frank Marshall. Interestingly, while I have not seen the film, there are also apparently strong similarities to the 1977 William Shatner film, Kingdom of the Spiders, in which Captain Kirk himself plays a veterinarian who tries to save a small town from being overrun by an army of killer tarantulas. But before we go any further, while I don't mean to bug you, be sure to squish that like button and add to the comment thread in our dark corner of the interwebs, and join the Empire today by subscribing to Vader Reviews. It really helps the channel. I would also like to thank I'm Just Happy to Be a Stormtrooper Adam Jordan for his generous donation last weekend. This week's video is brought to you by his generosity, and it is greatly appreciated, my friend. If you would like to support what we're doing here, donate to our PayPal today so we can continue to bring you weekly videos. Things get sticky for a small town in California when a large prehistoric spider from Venezuela hitches a ride in the coffin of a photographer he killed and makes his way to the good old USA. And while not as large or threatening as the giant spider Shelob from Lord of the Rings, our oversized male spider, or Helob if you will, quickly begins to multiply and wreak havoc on the town. And with a nasty bug like this going around, it's up to our hero the town doctor to unravel the tangled web of intrigue surrounding the mysterious deaths, and stamp out the 8-legged freaks once and for all. Our protagonist, Dr. Ross Jennings, is played by Jeff Daniels, and if they were going to cast an actor named Jeff, it's too bad they couldn't get Jeff Goldblum. Seeing the Fly go up against a large spider would have been pretty wizard indeed. And while I'll always think of Jeff Daniels in his more comedic role as Roger from Disney's live-action 101 Dalmatians remake from 1996, he is, however, an accomplished dramatic actor and playwright, earning 2 Primetime Emmy Awards for his performance in HBO's political drama, The Newsroom, as well as playing Colonel Joshua Chamberlain in the 1993 Civil War epic Gettysburg. A highly trained stage and screen actor, Daniels is a consummate professional, devoting himself to his well-honed craft, putting everything he has into each role that he plays. Renowned actor and playwright Jeff Daniels, ladies and gentlemen. Fun fact, special effects wizard and beret enthusiast Jamie Heineman of Mythbusters fame stated that Arachnophobia was one of the first film projects he ever worked on, designing the large 15-inch animatronic spider, while over 300 Delanas spiders from New Zealand were used for the itsy-bitsy spiders. And since spiders are impossible to train, they were herded using heat, cold, and lemon-scented pledge. A live bird-eating tarantula from the Amazon, sporting a prosthetic abdomen to give it a more unique appearance, was also used during the finale for shots when the spider needed to crawl up Jeff Daniels' leg. The sequence took 2 weeks of 13-hour days to complete, with Jeff Daniels spending 2 of those days pinned under a 250-pound wine rack, throwing bottles at the live tarantula, with strict orders not to hit it. As I stated earlier, the influence of Jaws on Arachnophobia is keenly felt throughout the entire film. First, our protagonist and his family have recently moved to a quiet small town where people start mysteriously dying as a result of the film's creature. The hero wants to investigate the cause of death, while the local townsfolk don't want to rock the boat, as it were. Then, as more deaths occur, our hero brings in an expert who studies this creature, as well as a man who not only makes his living killing the beasts, but who is also the very best character of the film. Our everyman hero also suffers from a phobia tied to the threat of the movie. Chief Brody has a fear of the water he must overcome in order to destroy the shark, while Dr. Jennings has a fear of spiders themselves that he must conquer in order to survive. While Jaws is the undisputed monster blockbuster, Arachnophobia, though exaggerated for dramatic effect, is more closely tied to our everyday experiences. We've all tried to kill a spider only to have it scurry away out of sight, or walk through a web unexpectedly and suddenly became Steven Seagal for a moment, before feverishly checking our clothes again and again to be absolutely certain we have not picked up an unwanted eight-legged hitchhiker. And this tangible relatability is why this film works so well. Many of us will thankfully never be attacked by a shark like in Jaws, but each of us has our own unique experiences with spiders that Arachnophobia plays on perfectly to deliver a thrilling cinematic experience with a generous dose of comedy to lighten the tone. As Frank Marshall said, people like to be scared, but laughing like a roller coaster. No one wants to be terrified. Where this film truly shines is with its characters, particularly John Goodman as the exterminator, Delbert McClintock. I'm always left wanting more of this character every time he's on screen. The cinematography is also absolutely beautiful, from the breathtaking helicopter shots of the Angel Falls in southern Venezuela, to the picturesque farmhouse in small town. Cinematographer Mikhail Salaman shows true mastery of his craft, elevating what could have been a mere B picture to a beautifully shot feature film. So for its practical effects, relatability, stunning cinematography, stellar performances by Jeff Daniels and John Goodman, and good old monster movie charm, I give this film 5 out of 5 Death Stars. Arachnophobia is impressive. Most impressive. This has been Vader Reviews. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. And follow me on Twitter @Vader Reviews. Join the Empire today. You do not yet realize your importance. Share these videos, and together we will rule the internet. And always remember, you don't know the power of the dark side.